breaking news for the Detroit Red Wings as David Perron has been suspended by the NHL player safety for 6 games for his cross-check on the Ottawa Senators' Artem Zub. Obviously an in-person hearing, which means it could be 5+ games. He ends up getting 6 games, and in this, he actually forfeits $148,000. And if you haven't seen this, it was a retaliation to his captain being injured. Obviously, he didn't see it. He didn't really know what was going on. But if you haven't seen that play right there, I can show you the Larkin one. We can quickly go and kind of view this quickly. As you can see, they're battling front. Matthew Joseph kind of pushes his head, and his head goes directly into the fist of Parker Kelly, and he kind of just lays flat on the ice. Obviously, nothing intentional or malicious there, in my opinion. I know I'm a Sens fan, so people might rip me apart, but kind of looked like he was just trying to clear the front of the net. But then David Perron obviously didn't see what happened, most likely thought it was Artem Zub who did this. So in his eyes, he turned around, saw his captain, one of his best players, lying face first on the ice, basically unconscious. And the first thing he thought of was to take it out and retaliate on Artem Zub. And if you haven't seen the cross-check, it's obviously pretty bad. Here he comes across and cross-checks Zub right in the side of the head. Obviously received a 5-minute major during the game for intent to injure, and that resulted eventually in the 6-game suspension. Another big part of this whole thing is the fact that Matthew Joseph and Dylan Larkin do have a little bit of history. So people were thinking that obviously Joseph did this on purpose. As you saw, a hit from behind right there. He gets up and absolutely clocks Joseph with a right hand. It was actually a thing of beauty. Kind of looked like an MMA fighter. Bang! But in my opinion, I honestly think it was a hockey play in front of the net with Joseph and Dylan Larkin. But a very, very unfortunate situation. Obviously, you never want to see a player lying out on the ice kind of unconscious like that. And it does happen that Dylan Larkin did end up going on LTIR, so he is going to be missing some time with the injury. I wish him nothing but the best. But in terms of David Perron, what do we think about the suspension? 6 games, is that too much? Too little? Should he have even been suspended? Personally, I think 6 games probably is a little bit reasonable. It is a lot, though, for a first-time offender. He definitely should have been suspended. 6 games, though, it's tough to say. I don't know about that, but I guess you got to set the line. You don't want players skating across and cross-checking players in the side of the head, especially players that did not do it. But obviously, there it is again, just the cross-check to the side of the head. But in all fairness, I probably would have done the same thing as if I was David Perron and I saw Artem Zub. Maybe not cross-check the head. Maybe next time he'll learn to cross-check in the ribs. But it's official, 6-game suspension. He can appeal this. And if he did want to appeal this, it would have to be done through a neutral arbitrator. And first, I think, goes through Gary Bettman, and then to a neutral arbitrator. And then we could potentially get it lower. I do think David Perron will try to appeal the suspension. I do think he'll probably win it and get 3 to 4 games, saving himself probably $50,000-$60,000, whatever it ends up being. But David Perron suspended 6 games. Let me know down in the comments below what you think he should have got, and if you think Matthew Joseph or Parker Kelly should have been suspended as well, given that there was an injury on the play. Thank you for watching. See you next time.